Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, 2025.
2025.
You know, it would be kind of sad as if the world ended and
This is like scheduled.
this is scheduled to come out, but it's like, bitch, it's not 2025 anymore. Or if something really scary happened between now and then.
And we're like really positive. It's
and
like,
we're like, the new year.
can you believe it? We made it. And then
you
it's
believe?
like the worst thing ever has happened. Whenever I'm like having anxiety about like, oh, I'm worried that something's going to happen to me medically when I'm out and about, which signs I feel like, oh my God, what if I pass out? I always think about my podcast playing, like how like I'll be like on the ground, like having like a seizure or something, but I'll be like listening to like a pop culture podcast. Like, I wonder if anyone would be like listening to this while something awful's going on.
Yeah, I would definitely be listening to Pink.
Because I have like anxiety about the idea of saying medically happening. People try and talk to me, but my headphones are in and I'm just like hearing my podcast, but I can't get it out. That's something that gives me anxiety.
Oh my God, I'm so worried about being buried alive.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you have to get cremated.
Okay.
So to avoid
Jews
that.
don't really do that, but I will because I'm
Just to avoid.
I'm a Hindu.
What is that?
My friend Reka kind of coined it. It's a
Okay.
So it's basically I identify with a lot of Hindu beliefs, like reincarnation, cremation, multiple gods. But I am Jewish, so I have to, it's a balance. So I feel like I'm a Hindu in a lot of ways.
So like if you. Oh, let's do the intro really quick.
Okay.
I'm Hanna Gerlander because I really want. I have so
I'm
many
Nora
questions.
Fried.
And you're listening to
High Heels and Punchlines Chirp Edition.
Okay, I always think it's sad that like when you die, you don't really get to do what you would want to do. You have to like do what's going to be like the best for your family.
What do you mean?
Like in terms of like the celebration.
Paper towel is like in the frame.
I'm worried my water bottle situation.
Oh my God, there's like moss growing on from my green juice. This is so gross. the little crinklies are
that would send Wolf
that's lemon
into like.
Yeah, I know. There's like mold on there's like literal mold on my water, but I'm still gonna drink it. Like, it's not mold. It's just I drink a lot of juices.
It's just the leftover green juice.
It's a green juice.
Like, how would you actually like if you died today? Like, what would you want to happen?
I'd want a couple people to be really upset.
I'd be really upset. That's
I know
one.
There's some people that maybe maybe.
I know a couple people that'd be happy if I did.
Yeah. Oh, there'd be a couple celebratory hangs, I'm sure. But no, I think I'd really want. My main focus would be who's going to go through my stuff, which I know that you and I have talked about a lot because I have a lot of secrets in here, and so written down. So it's just like
interesting.
I got
all my secrets are up here.
All mine are on paper all over the house.
And honestly, I think you also have all my secrets.
Okay.
There's actually one secret that no one knows about me that I recently revealed to Wolf.
Well, will you tell me?
I'll tell you one day, but like you're not going to have a good reaction to it, which is why you haven't been told it.
I'm definitely going to ask you after we record.
And after the record, I'll explain to you what section of secret it lives in. Okay. Like it's not like deep, dark secret. It's just like something I really don't want people to know about me.
Okay.
Because I think I'd be judged.
Okay.
I was like cryptic.
Okay.
So you'd want... It's literally, if I were to say it right now, everyone would be like, okay, do not build it up like that. It's
yeah.
Kind of secret.
Can you text it to me? Oh, wait, no, because my phone's recording.
Okay. That would be worse. You would like...
Yeah, I would.
The secret's sitting there.
The secret's sitting there. Yeah, I just like want people to acknowledge my achievements, like less so focus on maybe some issues that I had. Maybe like there's a scrapbook someone makes and it's like all of Nora's things that she did right, and then like everyone reads it after I die.
I can work on that.
Yeah. What would you want? What do you want?
Body wise, I'm gonna be real. I don't give a rip.
Really?
Like cremate me, bury me, drop me off at a body farm. It's about harvest the organs. Like,
what's a body farm?
It's where it's honestly, it's a great place to donate a dead body to. It's where like people who not CSI, but like the people that solve crimes.
CSI.
Hold on, that's why
CIA?
I can't. No.
What's
the people
CSI?
who it's like the show. The people who solve
There's a
crimes.
show called CSI.
Yeah, CSI Miami. It's like a cop show.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Okay, but it's people, whatever the right word is for people who solve crimes.
Yeah.
But like long form, like serial killer cases or
Law
stuff
and Order
like that.
SVU.
Right. Those people though that are like detectives
in a world, in a system, in the
this
court.
isn't interesting enough for it to take this long to say. Sorry,
I just woke up.
It's just like,
and
this fact was already like unfun.
And I'm just like beatboxing to it. I'm so sorry. I'm being rude.
You drop off your dead body there, and they do tests on it to find new ways for like dogs to detect scents of types of things, so they can like, maybe you can get the scent of a girl who's missing and someone could go find her. Or they test like how long someone could be alive while being burned before this part of the organ gets attacked. So then they know like, okay, we need to have this amount of safety things put in. Basically, they test on bodies what they can't test on living people to make it better to solve crimes or better to make safer things for humans. That's what happens at a body farm. It's ultimately upsetting. It's dead bodies everywhere with testings being done on them. But I'm like, okay.
Would you ever date someone who was like, if you ask them, what do you do? And they're like, I work on a body farm.
Yes. Of course. Did you just hear all the things I said about? I think we need to be like praising body pharmacists. Because I feel like it's a job that's just like seems like you're fucked up for doing this. But like somebody has to do it. Just like the people at funeral homes.
Totally.
Who have to, like, somebody needs to be the one.
You didn't end up watching Love Island UK, right?
No. Did somebody work at a funeral home?
And he was so hot.
And he did the embalming and stuff?
I don't know about that, but he was like the funeral home director, and he was so hot.
Oh, then he did.
He was really sweet. He was a really good guy.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, we need people right now in our world. Everyone wants to be famous. Everyone wants to be, because we've seen now you can literally get a following online and then not work and have a lot of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we need people to look inward and be like, what actually can I do for the greater good, for the world? What is my role in this world?
Mm-hmm.
And nobody wants to say like, my role is to work at a funeral home. My role is to work at a body farm. But people need to do that.
Okay.
Anyway, I want to be dropped at a body farm, but I fear that my husband and children will be too distraught at that idea and will be like, we should bury mom. And mom doesn't want to be buried.
I would like to be buried in the most unsustainable way, which is I want to be buried above ground, just in case for some reason I'm awake still.
We'll
I need
just
to get out.
You that bell.
I know. You know, that's where the term comes. That's where the term comes. Saved by the Bell.
Yes.
Okay. Because that was something that I learned.
I think it's crazy that was such an issue, that there was a job for someone to walk around.
Well, it was during the plague, a lot of plagues, you know, because people would die, but they would be just unconscious. They wouldn't even die. So they would assume that the person's dead, but they were really unconscious from like having some sort of plague.
But I do feel like it's like, why are we so eager to bury them? Like, why don't we just like leave them above ground for a little bit?
Well, because it was like there are like mass plagues.
They had no place to put them.
And so it's like because there were so many people,
they had to go
underground.
Okay, now I get it.
So then some of them were actually still alive. And now it's my greatest fear.
Wow.
Which is that and being left in deep water. Like in the middle
of
deep water.
For sure.
Have you ever seen that movie?
Which one?
It's called Deep Water.
No, but being stranded in the middle of the ocean and the understanding of the depths of the ocean is upsetting to me. It's scary. Really scary. It's really spooky.
Well, Happy New Year, everyone. And, you know, on that...
Wait, can I ask you something? I saw on TikTok that I need to know about you.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, this is like a trend.
Okay.
Were you a living room kid or were you a bedroom kid? Like when you got home from school, was it like living room, snacks, TV, being around whatever's happening in the public? Or were you like off my room, listening to music, hanging in my bedroom? That was like your like safe space.
I think my bedroom.
Oh, wow.
Because, I mean, I would go down into my living room, but there weren't like people home when I got home.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom was usually at work. So I just had like a nanny and it would just be like me or like me and a friend. Mm-hmm. So we'd be like, let's go to the room and like fuck shit up, you know, Barbie dream house, like make a skit.
You were a bedroom kid.
Yeah, or like let's make a dance.
That kind of tracks with your house.
But then like we go downstairs to perform for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like I spent a lot of time developing skits with my friends when I was little, and then I would go downstairs and we'd perform. And like my mom would sometimes be home and she'd be like with her friends, and I'd be like, "Hey guys, we just made a dance to like Oops, I Did It Again, and like we're gonna need your attention." I would like perform this dance. And looking back on it, I'm like, that is so embarrassing.
No, everyone did it. And parents loved it. I would love right now if like a 7-year-old came in here and was like, I just wrote this. Like when the kids I used to nanny for would be like, I wrote a song. It'd be the worst song ever written. It's not even a song she wrote. It's like a train of thought. But it's like, it's the cutest thing ever.
It is really sweet.
If like you right now were like, Hannah, like I go, Oops, I Did It Again. I'd be like, okay. Okay, but you were a bedroom kid.
How about you?
Living room kid. You couldn't catch me in my bedroom.
Really?
I hated my bedroom.
That's because yours was in the attic, right?
No, that wasn't until high school. And I hated it up there too. I hated my bedroom. I also had great envy of kids who had nice bedrooms. I just like, we didn't have a lot of money. So like growing up, not one room in my house was finished. Like each room was like, she just needs a comforter. She's just using blankets right now. We're going to get the comforter. We're going to get the comforter. She needs a dresser. All the clothes are on the ground. Like, we're going to get the dresser. And like every room there was like, a couple more things and it's done kind of thing. I hated my bedroom. No one was home when I got home either, but you would not catch me upstairs. Living room, kitchen, dining room, ran that. And then even when it's time to go to bed, couldn't catch me in that bedroom. It was in my parents' bedroom all night with that TV. Talking to them, waking them up, sleeping in the bed, going back to my bed, going back to
running up and down. You sound like a great kid to have around. You're present. Your presence is known.
Yeah, there was not a time where you were like, is Hannah here? Like there were times my brother was a bedroom kid. But he had a TV in his room.
That's bullshit.
And he had a PlayStation in his room.
Double bullshit.
And because he had a job that was paying him money, he would like buy I was so jealous. He would like buy like a little shelves, and he would like put shelves up on the wall. And I had like I was like 7. I was like, okay, well, I'm ready for my little interior decorating project. Yeah. But I didn't have one.
Well,
and then my dad painted my room, which I think was an effort to get me in it more. He painted it pink, and I wanted one wall to have waves on it. He painted the waves. Didn't give a rip. Didn't change anything. I wanted to be in their room. Wanted to be in the living room. Wanted to be in my brother's room a lot. I would go in there in the middle of the night, turn the TV on. No one liked that. I just was like, I was around a lot.
And sleep in your brother's bed?
Just like watch TV for a little bit, go back to my room.
Oh,
go to my parents' room, back to my room.
When I was in high school, I spent a lot of time on my floor.
Of your bedroom?
The basement. I had the basement. So it was like that 70s show. So it was just like, I was like in the basement and I had my thing going on. I wasn't even, there was no question that I would be in the upstairs area.
Wow.
I was so like reckless that my mom and my stepdad were like, please just stay in the basement. So like I would come up sometimes and do my homework like on the table, and like my stepdad would come home and be like, what are you doing up here? I'd be like,
it's not where we
I kind of needed like light.
Wait, your bedroom was the basement?
My bedroom was the basement.
How big was it?
Lit. It was huge. It was honestly the size of this apartment, maybe more.
See, because I was saying like
with the laundry.
The vibe here is someone whose bedroom was their sanctuary.
Really? In what way?
Like I feel like the whole house has like little Nora things everywhere, and not just because it's your house. Like most people's homes aren't fully like every room operates for them. Like I would say my living room, I do not want to operate for me. Like I want it to feel like it operates for guests.
Yeah.
But like this feels like your private space. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you have people here, it feels like they're in, like it's almost really crazy they're in your house. Because your house feels so personal.
Wow.
So personalized.
Wow. Yeah, I never think about that.
Like
I used to host people so much.
Oh, well, no. I'm not saying you couldn't host people. But people coming here feels like a very personal experience because this is like truly your space in every corner.
Yeah.
Which matches with like that's what kids do in their room.
Yeah.
They like make their
room
like
their inspirational quotes everywhere.
Yeah.
I used to not be as like this, but recently I've kind of leaned into like, okay, I'm going to make my house like everything that I want it to be. What was I going to say though? Something really crazy happened this morning. So I woke up, I go to Tinder, which is my only app that's available to me right now.
Wait, a lot of people on TikTok were telling you to try OkCupid.
I don't.
Like a lot of people were saying they met the one on OkCupid.
Okay. Well,
I just wanted you to know that.
All right, I'll look into that. Last time I was on OkCupid, it was all losers.
Well, I think maybe something has changed. Maybe all the cool people who are getting kicked off of Hinge and Bumble are
the politically active people.
That could be it. Like, what if people who are making these big stances online are getting kicked off the app? So they're like trying OkCupid, and there they all are.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll try that out. I loved the questions on OkCupid.
I don't think I ever used it. Okay. What are the questions?
They're just like, oh, would you rather do this or this? And you answer, and then they're just like fun questions. Okay, because
OkCupid kind of matches you a little bit more than other apps.
And they're like, would you like, what do you value more, this or this, or like, and sometimes they're just fun to like read out loud in general.
Oh, we should have done that.
Yeah, we could do that. But anyways, I opened Tinder because I have a date with that guy tonight, or I did. And he's telling me he had a music video that he shot in Coney Island yesterday or something, and he's not feeling well, and so he's wondering if we can hang out tomorrow instead. But I'm like, if you're not feeling well, are you going to feel well tomorrow? Like, I don't really want to get sick before I go home, so I'm just going to like, I'll respond to that when I need to. But also then I get another message from this guy who's like so cute. He's like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm watching TV and getting ready for recording, and just kind of like puttering around, like was trying to like clean up my house. And then he was like, oh, cool. Yeah, I was just playing soccer, but I injured my friend, so I had to go. And I was like, oh, what happened? He was like, I kicked him in the nuts. And I was like, oh, that sucks. And he's like, do you want to check on them? And I was like, no. Why would I want to check on your friend's nuts? And then he immediately unmatched me. But it was just like, what
a terrible way to wake up.
The vibe, like the day was. Now I feel like weird.
First, the date that we've been waiting for.
Well, also update on that. So I'm at a holiday party on Friday. I'm showing my friend who I'm going on a date with tomorrow. And I was like, I'm supposed to go out with this guy. We went out before a year ago. It was pretty good. We've rematched on Tinder because I've been kicked off of every dating app. So now I'm recycling people from, years prior on Tinder. And he matched with me, whatever. She looks at him and she's like, oh my God. And I won't say the girl's name, but she's like, let's say like Annie is seeing him.
Right now?
Mm-hmm. And I was like,
Stop.
I was like, are you kidding me? And Annie's in the party, right? So her name's not Annie, but like, I'm just saying like
I got that from when we said we'll use the name.
Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck? So then I go
Wait,
inside.
how do you know Annie? Are you
She's
close?
No, we're not super close, but like she's someone I know. Like she's come to one of our shows. Yeah. And so, and in fact, we got pizza with Annie and it was really hard to sit down. Do you remember that? When there was like nowhere to sit?
Yes. And there were two people that could be Annie.
Yeah.
So you'll let me know after which one was Annie.
So yeah, the blonde one was my friend. The other one was Annie. The blonde one was my friend that I was at her holiday party.
Okay.
The other one was Annie. Anyways, so I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like I got to go talk to Annie. Like this guy, we're literally supposed to go out on Sunday. I don't want to go out with him if he's dating someone else. So I go up to her and I'm like, we got to talk. And she's like, oh my God, what's going on? Because we're like not that close.
And you're at a party, you're like, I need to speak with you privately.
Like, I think we're dating the same person. But I kind of just said that for the drama, So I was like, I think we're dating the same person. And so then, because I'm like, not dating. Yeah.
That's good.
I'm not dating him.
Probably gave her a pit.
I know. And so then no. It was great that we ended up going into a room and she's like, oh yeah, I know him. Like I'm not dating him actively, but like we went on a date. He love bombed me so hard.
That's what he did to you?
Yes. He told me he wanted me to like travel with him, do all this stuff. We hooked up. He was great in bed, but he was kind of like, very like praising me the whole time in a way that like kind of was suspicious. And then we sexted for like months on end. We
He
just
loves to
stopped.
sext.
Yeah, we just stopped sexting like literally 2 weeks ago because he out of nowhere just like stopped responding to me. But that's so crazy that you're seeing him now. And I was like, oh no, I'm not seeing him now. I'm just like supposed to reunite with him on Sunday. And I was just kind of like, is he telling everyone the same shit?
Like he said to you,
He wanted me to have all his children. And
he's saying to her, I want to travel the world with you.
And he said the children thing.
Ew.
He said,
wait, we're never seeing him.
Really? Okay. So I
This
should
is-
cancel it.
Yeah, because he's clearly just has like this pattern of doing this. And now he's like, I feel like guys will sometimes show a little bit of ability to communicate. And we're like, okay, like they one time were shitty, but they're listening, they're taking feedback. But it's like, clearly this is just what he does. He like convinces women something more is there so he can get what he wants, which clearly I guess it's just sex. I guess he just like lives to sex.
Well, I was going to bring it up with him at the date and be like, what's going on, dude? Do you think
I wouldn't want to
should
meet
avoid
him
it
at all. I wouldn't want to meet him at all.
Really? We had such good chemistry though.
But it sounds like he and Annie had so much good chemistry. And it sounds like if I went out with him, we also would have such good chemistry. Because you can have chemistry with anyone who's just saying the nicest thing you want to hear. I'm feeling like this is a big red flag.
Really?
Because if she said that she like met him and they went on a date and it went okay, and then like we were chatting on and off but nothing serious, and it'd be like, okay, that's what he said. He said he's been seeing someone but it's not serious. But now she's saying he's doing the exact same thing he did to you. Saying the exact things.
Not word for word, I want to have all your kids. It was like, I think he said something like he had a breeding kink.
I don't want you to see him. That's crazy. That's like Sister Wives.
Okay.
Isn't that what his thing was?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
I
trying
also
to be open.
I learned about in Sister Wives how one of them gets catfished.
Which one?
One of the wives.
Oh, really? Wow.
Like in like mid season.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Wow, that's so crazy. I'm so glad I brought it up with you because I literally was going to be like, okay, maybe tomorrow.
I mean,
I'm trying so hard to be
whatever
open.
you would like to
I
do.
don't want to do anything.
Like-
I don't want to check on that guy's nuts. I don't want to go on a date with someone who has a breeding kink. I just want a normal person who's with normal things going on, who's a little fun.
Okay.
Who understand, like, what the fuck is going on?
I mean, like,
what kind of
nice
vibe am I putting out that this is
No,
what I
it's
want?
not you.
It
It's all of
is.
them. No, because Annie's meeting new people too. Sorry.
But she said, she was like, she is a good like person to have around if you just want to hook up. Like, he's great.
Okay.
And I was kind of like, I guess
Person to have
maybe
around.
I'll bring it up with him on text and see what he says.
Maybe. I mean, if you want, like,
We could do
you know,
that after
normally,
this. That could be fun.
normally, like, I feel like I'm kind of like, I just agree with what people are saying because I never want to be the reason someone does or doesn't do something and then they're like, you told me to do this, you know? So, like, if you want to go out with him and you want to see him in person, then, like, by all means, like, be my guest.
I think I'm going to message him.
But if this was like, if you were like my daughter,
Yeah.
I would be like,
my mom would be.
you are not.
My mom would take my phone.
If you were my sister, I'd be like, what are we doing? No, we're not seeing this guy.
Yeah, my mom would take my phone from
Yeah.
me. She'd be like, "You're not going on this app anymore. Goodbye."
I mean, I'll let you stay on the app as a sister and
She
mother.
put parental controls.
If, like today, she would.
No, I don't know.
But yeah, like if we were like, you know how like sisters can say anything and it's never gonna be like a bigger issue.
Right.
Like even if you fight and say the worst things to your sibling, like
right.
it can be let go. Like as your sister, I would have said, like, we are not seeing this man.
Okay.
And if you see him and something comes from it, I will have to overcome what I've learned to support the relationship.
Oh, God.
But as your friend, do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Because like, what do I know? Maybe this is some weird pattern, and now he's gotten help.
No, I know. That's what I was thinking. Maybe he's different now.
I don't know. How recent was Annie?
Like a while, like a couple months
Thank
ago.
God I don't know her real name because I definitely by now would have slipped up and said it.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Thank God I just know her as Annie.
And Annie's like really not her name. Like it's not even the right letter.
Not even close.
Not even the letter.
Does she look like an Annie?
No.
I don't remember her.
Annie. Wait. I mean, what do you mean? Does she look like she's in the musical Annie?
No, like does she look like an Annie?
Like in the musical?
Like no, like the name.
I don't know.
Like
Do I look like an Annie?
No, I was gonna say you don't
Okay.
look like an Annie. You really look like a Nora.
Everyone has always said I'm deep Nora.
Such a Nora.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I could swing a couple more names. You know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think another name.
I remember I was so mad at my mom when I was little because all I wanted to do was change my name to Jessica.
Jessica.
And it was like every day I was like, I
You'd
want to be
be
named
so
Jessica.
different
I
if you
want to
were
be named
Jessica.
Jessica. And then because she wouldn't let me change my name to Jessica, I named my cat Jessica. It was the weirdest name for a cat.
That'll show her.
And I was like, Jessica. Like always. Jessica, Jessie.
Were you ever sad that you didn't have a nickname growing up?
No, not. I mean, sometimes, but my college friends sometimes call me Noni.
Oh, that's cute.
Like 2 of them do, or Known, but that's it.
I always wanted a nickname because like Hanna, like don't call me Han. I always wanted a nickname, but I never wanted it to be Han. Never call me Han.
Really?
I mean, I won't correct you on it. I won't say anything. In my head, I'll privately be like, hate that.
Okay.
But I won't say anything.
Okay.
Just like how people will spell my name wrong and put an H on the end and they'll call me Gerlander.
Yeah.
I'll never correct it.
Really?
I don't care enough.
My neighbor calls me Norma, and we've never corrected it. And it's been 9 years. Every day, Norma.
But you know what's crazy? You're so not a Norma.
I'm not a Norma at
You're
all.
not like when they learn your name is Nora, they're gonna be like, now that works better.
It literally is like one time, like my cousin was here, and we were picking up my stuff to go to my aunt's house, and all of a sudden I hear from upstairs this woman screaming, Norma, Norma. And I'm like, hey, what's up? What's going on? We like talk back and forth, whatever. And later and then she looks at my cousin. She's like, damn, your cousin's, she's like, damn, who's that fine man with you? And I was like, oh, this is my cousin. This is my cousin. And she's like, I don't know. You're packing your bags. Like, what's going on? Are you guys going on like a cute like moment? And I was like, no,
this is my
cousin. He's helping me like get my stuff so we can go to our aunt's house. And then she was like, all right, Norma, whatever. She's like, and then she goes down and she's like, she looks at my cousin. She's like, but you're fine as hell and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, we get inside. My cousin's so unfazed. He just looks at me and he's like, why was she calling you Norma?
That was like his only takeaway.
That was the only takeaway. He was like, did she call you Norma?
He is like, I'm used to being hot. Like, I'm not used to hearing people call you Norma.
Like,
Norma is not your name at all.
I know. It's really crazy. And it's been that way for years.
You would be so
Hope
different
has me
if you
in
were
her
Norma.
phone as Norma because of my neighbor. She knows my neighbor. And she like thinks like it's hilarious. Like, I don't know if you've ever met Keisha. Keisha's amazing. She usually over the summer, she'll be blasting Cardi B specifically. From her
she's not the one who I bought the coat near?
No.
Okay.
No.
Who's that?
That's Kayla. Kayla and Kelsey, and then Keisha next door.
Okay. I've
Keisha's
never met
next
Keisha.
door, but she's on the fire escape and she's facing Flatbush, and she blasts Cardi B over the summer, and that's when I know it's like so comforting to me because I'm like, it's summertime.
It's summertime.
Like the second that she's on her little fire escape blasting Cardi B, I'm like, let's fucking go.
That's like an amazing vibe to start the summer.
And then whenever I walk home, Keisha will see me walking and be like, Norma, like screaming my name. And she always tells me that I look a little thinner. She's
wow,
like,
Keisha, I want to meet Keisha.
She's like, bitch, you look so thin. And I'm like, she'll like scream it. But it's like, one time she did it when I was like on a date, and it was kind of like, oh, Keisha, stop.
Really? I would have been
no,
like,
she was like, girl, you've lost weight. You've lost weight. And I'm like, no, like perfect.
I don't know what it is. I never want people to, I like want people to know I've lost weight, but then I'm also like, I don't want that. I want them to think I was always this size.
Yeah. I was telling people last night, actually, my cousin and two of my cousins, and I was like, yeah, I think Hanna and I get along so well and are such good people because we used to be fat. And so, I mean, I'm still like, I would call myself curvy for sure, but like we used to be like very fat. And so like we still have that niceness in us.
We do.
So even though
we see the world,
Erica, my cousin, was like, you guys are the hot girls now. And I was like, we are. I understand.
And I have a hard time with that sometimes because it's like for so long I was like one of the girls in comedy because I started doing stand up before I lost the weight. And I feel like I felt a lot of like, not like I really felt like I had to be funny and fit in with the guys in a different way because I was not going to be the one people were like just hanging out with because I'm hot.
Yeah.
So then now when people are like calling me that, I'm like, that is huge and amazing. But also it's like, I don't know, makes me feel weird a little. Not weird like your cousins make me feel weird.
No.
Like it's so different from how I like started stand up.
Totally. And it was just,
And how we interact with people in general.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it doesn't come from a place of like.
I'm always like, you can stomp on my face. That's fine.
Oh my God, I meant to tell you.
Yeah.
So because we rewatched Veep with Becky, that one episode, I've kind of just kept watching from that point because I forgot how good it is. And you know when, and you're not like her, but this moment, I was like, oh my God, this is me and Nora. You know Amy.
Yeah.
Do you remember when later in the campaign, when Selena brings on like a childhood friend of hers who's just like a yes woman, but like is going to be the campaign advisor, and Amy like hates her. Amy is trying to talk to the room. It literally felt like you and me. I'm Amy. She's trying to talk to the room about the campaign. Yeah. And I forget what this name. It's like Susan or something. And she was like, okay, feedback. If we could, we need to work on your management skills. Let me tell you how to address the room. And she just like claps and no one turns around. She goes, we'll try something else. And I was like, I feel like this would be me and Nora. Like you're like, I feel like I'd be doing something and getting really agitated and you're like, we got to try it this way. And then we do it. All right, this didn't, never mind.
Wait, I'm confused. I don't remember the scene completely. No, but I'm on it. I believe you.
No, I know, but it's not worth retelling.
We were learning, so at the Christmas party that I found out Annie was dating my guy, whatever. We were learning, we also all played Mafia as a group. You would have crushed this Christmas party. You would have loved it. As an entire group, we all played Mafia. There were like 25 people there. Everyone was involved. And then when you got killed, you could go into the craft room to make one of those little garland things.
Whose Christmas party was this?
It's my friend, his friends with Hanny.
Okay.
So it was an amazing Christmas party. You would have loved it. There were so many activities.
Amazing.
Which I know you enjoy. So,
because I don't really like parties where we're just like drinking and eating.
No.
And I hate parties where the whole thing you have to do is talk to new people.
No. This was all Mafia. Like people like just kind of, everyone was like, a lot of people were sober. So there was like a sober punch and there was tons of food. And it was just like, it was fun. But anyways, they were telling the rules of Mafia. And I was staying next to one of my friends and I looked at him and I was like, she's going to tell the rules and nothing's going to process. So you're going to have to give me like a dyslexic version. And he was like, okay, but just like listen. And it's like, that's just what happened with the show. I'm like, I'm listening. I'm like trying, but it's just like nothing's going in and
reverse.
Out. No, I'm like, sometimes when I'm trying to understand what episode it is, but like my brain just isn't processing the information.
Oh, it's okay. It just was not similar to Body Farm. It's not interesting enough to take up more time.
I actually thought Body Farm was really interesting.
Yes, but like the core description of Body Farm, I was already struggling to get. So I was like, oh, we have to be done describing Body Farm.
This is a tough day for me, I think.
I understand.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
I woke up just an hour ago. And there's no excuse. I just felt so tired. I've just been really like burnt out. So it's like, I gotta sleep. I woke up and then I was like, you know, the guy's asking me if I want to check his friend's balls. The other guy is canceling on me. I'm trying. So then I'm like, I'm just going to turn on Vanderpump Rules to like create some normalcy in the home and kind of start cleaning, get my shit together. You know, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
So it's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What were you saying before? I was like going to respond to it. And I can't remember it now.
About the holiday party?
No,
dating
not
the
about
breeding
the holiday
party.
Guy. No, way after holiday party.
I feel like being fat.
No, with game rules.
Game rules.
I'm so fine with people who don't understand rules to games because that is how I am. If someone's explaining the rules, I will not get it until we start playing it.
Yeah.
But the people who like chit chat while the rules are being
and then
said,
they want to know,
and then they ask, like, I don't even think about it in like a funny way. Like, I genuinely think it's a fucked up thing to do. Just listen once. One time I'll say them. Everyone will hear them. Then if you have questions, ask and be answered. And then if you're the type of person like me who's not going to get it till I play it, I'm just going to sit there, start playing and be like, I'll figure it out as I go.
Okay.
I cannot stand people who are like, And then, because, I'll announce seriously that I'm going to say the rules seriously. Like game nights to me, like are so important.
I know.
They're so important. They're the only type of party I want to go to. They're the only thing I want to do if I have more than one person over at my house. Like it is pure fun to me.
So every time I come over and it's me, you and Wolf, you'd wish you were playing a game.
I mean, you haven't been over in forever. You, me, and Wolf have not hung out in years.
That's not true. We went to singles and...
No, but like at my house.
I feel like I went there recently with a neighbor.
To drop off the dog.
Or maybe it was another time. I don't know.
It's been a minute. So I come here.
Yeah, I'll come over.
You can come.
Maybe I should just go on a date with the neighbor after this.
Okay.
I'm going to text him and say, I'm lost.
But no, I wouldn't want you, me, and Wolf
ladies,
to play a game. It's kind of like a flaw of Wolf's is he's like not the best during games.
I think I'm not the best either. So you would get really upset.
It was hard for me when we were playing Phase 10.
What's that?
The card game at my old apartment.
No idea what the rules were there.
That was hard for me.
I was really like, I had no idea. And I was trying really hard, but it just like wasn't working.
It's okay.
I give up really easily in games because I'm like,
okay.
I don't know. I'm just not competitive like that.
Yeah, Wolf does. I'm not competitive. I just want to play.
Yes, you are, Hanna.
No, but like at my core though, like if I'm losing a game, like I'm not going to get upset.
Yes, you are, Hanna.
No, I don't.
You were getting upset at ping pong.
In like a joke way.
Yeah.
But no one was keeping score.
You were like, Wolf, get in the game. Get in the game.
Yeah, to like have fun.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like keeping score. And like when I lose a game, I don't get upset at like actually losing the game.
Yeah.
I just want the game to keep playing.
Yeah.
And when people like chit chat
or
don't participate, then it's like, okay, then we shouldn't have even brought out the game because we can't play the game. Yeah. And I just want to play the game. Yeah. I want to have the fun of the game.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And that is why I miss
I kind of like how intense you are about gaming.
Don't say gaming. Sorry. It sounds like video games.
No, I think it's like cool.
That's why I miss the friends that I've like lost the last 2 years. Like
were they gamers?
That we like played board games with my mom, like in my hometown. And like,
I was good about that.
Yeah. I'm not saying that you weren't.
I was like a winner in the end.
I'm just saying that's why like I feel like that is something. I don't have a group of friends that like enjoys that or like that's our plan or we're gonna plan to do that anymore. And I feel like that's what I like miss the most about them, probably.
I don't have that group of friends either.
Yeah, but you don't want that group of friends, and you have other groups of friends.
I know, but I'm just saying, like I don't have, maybe I do need gaming friends, like people who play games, you know.
Maybe.
So maybe we could start that. I would play a one-on, like if you want to play like Battleship, I'd do that.
Okay.
I'm down with that. Or like Guess Who. I love Guess Who.
Guess Who's good.
Guess Who's a good one.
I gave someone a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Guess Who game as a Christmas gift one year.
Oh my God, Hanna.
Because they were a gaming friend. I can't believe I'm saying gaming now. And
so
a Real Housewives friend.
Gaming friend.
Every time I blink, like I'm really tired. I think like Stinky needs to sleep in the crate. Like I can't get up at 7 a.m. every day.
Yeah. What's his? Isn't he going to No More Parties?
He goes away on December 27th for 2 weeks.
Hanna brought Stinky to a what was it? A trainer who was like, the party's over.
She's done with it. Not that lady. That lady was like really intense and was on the phone with me. Was like,
oh, I thought that was the same lady.
No, that lady, her plan was nuts. She was like, it's $1,000 for 3 months of training. I come to your house. So I'm like, okay. $1,000 over 3 months. She comes to my house. We can do that. And then she goes, but I might only come twice. And it's like, what do you mean? And she was like, if the dog is good, I'll come twice. If the dog is bad, maybe I'll come 3 times. It's like, I am paying you. I'm going to be honest. I'm paying you $1,000 for 3 months. Like for 3 months, I want you at my house with my dog.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay. Why would I pay you $1,000? You come once for a couple hours. That's
so it's like a gamble of how bad your dog is.
Yeah. Like, or why don't you come evaluate the dog and say, this will be 3 weeks of me coming. That'll be $500. This is a board and train lady on Long Island. He's going away.
I'm so excited to see the new Stinky. Like I'm like curious what he's going to be like. He's like a whole new world.
I'm really nervous.
Oh.
I fully feel like I might regret it.
Oh no.
I'm worried he's going to lose his something special. Like within his bad behavior is also like his cutest, cuddliest, like puppiest moments.
Yeah.
And I do fear that like the thing that like is like his little twinkle is going to be like trained out of him.
Oh.
Like
No.
I don't want a Stinky who doesn't like steal my socks.
He's gonna probably not do that anymore.
I know. And I don't want a Stinky who doesn't like wiggle his butt and walk up to strangers on the street.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like that's to me like, oh, it's so cute. And then when people who like dogs and like him like react to it, like I hate seeing all these dogs in Park Slope are just like, they're not acknowledging me. They're not acknowledging Stinky. They're just like walking next to their owner. And it's like,
yeah, I think that's what's going to happen.
I know. And I told her,
devil.
I expressed to her that like, I don't want like a guard dog or a watchdog.
You don't
or
want
like,
him to lose his sparkle.
I'm fine. I'm fine if he takes my socks from my feet. I'm fine if he greets people on the street. Like, I just don't want him biting anymore. Yeah. And I want commands so we can have a little more control. So he can like walk over to people and I say like, Stinky, and he knows to come back to me.
Right.
But I still want him to like be Stinky.
For what it's worth, my friend who had the dog that did all the tricks and stuff and was really, really good, he still was like cute puppy when he wasn't doing the tricks and being good.
That makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah, so I don't think Stinky will lose his sparkle.
The one downside when I was there was she introduced us to her dog.
And they were really diligent and like...
It was just like... I mean, I hope she never listens. Like, he had like no sparkle.
Oh.
He just was a dog on a leash. But she seemed to be like enchanted by this dog. The dog, Nora, was like a horse. He was literally this tall. It's like a mastiff, I think, is type of dog. Huge. He was huge. And I told you she made us stand in the front then because she had to let out her diabetic dog. Remember I told you that? Because you were talking about Cat Stevens.
Oh my God.
She had a diabetic dog who can't see new dogs if he's not in the right mood. So we had to go wait out front so she could let out the diabetic dog.
Honestly, same.
Because he wasn't. Honestly, that's kind of me sometimes. Like, please don't. Wolf is sometimes like a friend's come over. I'm like, I'm really not in the mood to meet someone new.
Yeah, it depends who it is.
I'm like her diabetic dog.
Do you ever sit in the room while Wolf is with his friends? Like you sit in the bedroom?
Never.
Really? You're always going to hang?
You're literally never going to catch me in the bedroom.
Really? Wow.
Even my own bedroom. Like now, I like my bedroom, but like it's for sleep. Like when Wolf goes in there to like lay down during the day, like it's to me the most upsetting thing. It's like clinical depression. Get out of there.
Clinical depression. What if you caught him in the bedroom eating a protein bar in bed?
Oh my God.
Like, just kill you.
I would literally tell him he needs to like check himself into a psych ward. Like,
and he would.
Deeply
and he immediately would run
like,
down to Methodist and be like, yeah.
He'd believe me.
He'd be like, yeah, something's really off.
The bedroom is to me functional. It's function. Like when people were like now, like during COVID when I had a 9 to 5 and people were like, oh my God, we can work from our bed. I was like, no.
Yeah.
No.
How dare you?
We have to be at the table. We have to be on the couch. We have to be out of our bedrooms as soon as possible.
So that means that I'm not going to get you one of those little desks that you can sit in your bed with.
Never. Straight to trash.
Wait,
straight to trash.
Maybe that's why you hate your mom's TV table so much.
I do.
You like everything to serve the purpose that it needed to serve.
Yeah. And I really like, I don't know what it is, but like the bedroom is just like I don't even leave the bedroom in my pajamas. Like I get dressed before I leave the bedroom for the day. What?
She's about to drink from the fountain.
Oh, maybe a little too much spotlight on her.
Come on. Yes.
Yeah, they were. Oh, she actually.
Let's fucking go,
now
Margot.
Oh.
No. Margot was just about to drink
food.
from the fountain.
She's choosing food.
And that's fine. She needs to eat a little.
There you go. Oh, she's actually being very interesting right now.
Yeah, she's just kind of like, well, what do you guys want from me?
Any other person listening to the pod is probably like, she's probably not being interesting. Like we're literally watching her like
Margot,
decide.
Yeah. I'm just fascinated by everything she does. She's such a little being. I love the way it sounds when she's eating. She can only eat with her back molars because she just doesn't have teeth in the front.
She's like a little granny.
Yeah, she's big granny.
Big granny.
So we're almost at time. We're almost at 45 minutes.
Wait, one more basement question.
Sure.
So like when you woke up when you were a child, did you like roam the house in your PJs or you?
Yeah. No, okay. I'm like always in my PJs, my slippers. I'm always trying to. It's weird around here. I like can't really walk without my slippers.
Okay.
Like I don't like walking on my floor without having my slippers on.
I'm barefoot.
Really? Be careful around here because like the other day I was doing yoga right there and there was glass in the carpet.
What?
I used to have a lot of parties here and a lot of glasses were shattered. And I always thought I did my very best to get every little piece. But every now and then I'll be foam rolling to a piece of glass. And I'll be like,
crazy.
Yeah, no, there's just like little tiny shards sometimes.
Maybe I should get a pair of slippers I leave here.
You could.
For
I need to get
safety
new
reasons.
ones, as you know, because mine are a little tainted right now.
I love to walk around barefoot. I love to be fully dressed. I get up, I immediately put on, even if it's just like a matching sweatsuit. Like
you look great right now.
I put this on at 7 a.m. Like this has been on since 7 a.m.
Wow.
Sometimes I'm inspired by the early dog walkers of Park Slope, and I like think I'm gonna do it one day. Like they are in their flannel pajama pants with just their Uggs on and a big coat, and I'm like, okay, Hannah, like maybe you could just you're not taking off your coat and you have shoes on, your pajamas aren't out, like you just do the walk with the dog and then you're back in your PJs lounging in the house.
Yeah.
I just can't.
You're not gonna lounge in your PJs on Christmas morning on the couch.
Well, I've pre-picked PJs that are like special, so they're like
slay what?
Like, did you see those slippers?
I thought you were gonna get them for me.
No, they like were so bottom shelf of the rummage through dollar section that it like would be an insult that I didn't have money to get you a real Christmas gift, and I got you like the $2 slay what slippers.
I would have been fine with that.
Maybe those could be my house slippers here. So they're like,
I would love
they're
that.
here.
I would steal them every now and then.
Slay what?
One time we were at an Old Navy and there was a shirt that said slay what?
No, it was definitely at a Target.
Oh, Target.
Actually, it wouldn't shock me if both Target and Old Navy are selling slay what.
Battling slay what. And
who's going to get the slogan?
And I was like, wow, that is funny.
I was like, is it?
I love whatever it's called.
Me too.
Not alliterations. Not alliterations, not expressions. What are they called?
Plays on words.
Yeah, plays on words.
What's the word?
Puns. Is that a pun? Kind of.
Pun is like...
Pun is slay what?
But like, what's another pun so I can visualize what a pun is?
I don't know.
Like...
There's 100.
That was great. Was that a pun though? No, that was an alliteration.
I don't know.
Which one's it? What's
alliteration is when the two first words rhyme. So like, you say like, they start with the same letter.
Okay.
So like, nice Nancy or something.
That's alliteration.
Not really, but you know what I mean.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
I'm not doing a good job of it, but it's when the first two letters are the same of each word.
Okay, okay. Like SpongeBob SquarePants.
Exactly.
Is an alliteration.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
Well, it's like a name, so it's complicated. I don't know. I actually don't. We can look at this all up.
Okay.
I got to go back to English class.
Me too.
I got to go to Spanish class too. Sorry, I don't know why I just said it like that.
Okay.
I tried to do Duolingo for a while and then I couldn't do it.
I've never tried.
Don't do it. They're really mean if you don't get it right.
I've seen what that bird does.
Yeah, it's like, wow, how was today waking up not knowing Spanish?
No, like I don't understand if that
like,
did they like do some research that said that method works? Like
it was so mean, and after a while I was like, all right, you know what, Duolingo? Goodbye.
No, it's like a bully in your phone.
Yeah. And then they started emailing me. So what's it like? Just having no idea how to learn another language.
I have lots of bullies in my phone already.
Yeah.
I've got the app that tells you like if you leave the house, brisk 3-minute walk, you'll get this. You'll finish your ring for the day, and it's like
what's ring?
The new update on the phone, the fitness app does rings where you have to close your rings. But it's just tracking like when I move holding my phone.
Yeah.
So I can go for a 5-mile run right now without my phone. And
of course.
Would not know. And it would say like, you really need to burn more calories today.
Yeah.
I do not know how to turn it off. Like I hurt my back, so I haven't been walking as much. And every day, and my phone is still saved as the name I put it in when I got it in high school, which is Princess Hanna. So it's like, Princess, please just leave the house for 5 minutes and you'll like reach your calorie goal. And it's like, I didn't even know I set a calorie goal.
I used to walk in place with my Fitbit at home to get to 10,000 steps before I went to bed. And if that is not toxic body behavior / OCD, I don't know.
But then you
what
felt
is.
so good afterwards.
And I was like, okay, now I can go to sleep.
I
It's
can
like,
finally rest.
it's like, what, Nora?
My app said I can rest.
Literally.
Last night, I was literally out all day yesterday. Just part of it, I didn't have my phone. And I kept getting notifications like, you really need to get out there and go for a walk. And I was
How
like,
was the
I
rollerblading?
did. It was expensive.
Were there cute guys?
It was actually it was a joint party with two of his friends. Other two are gay men, and everyone that came was gay men.
Phew.
You dodged
Oh
a
my
bullet.
God.
But what I will say is lots of straight guys at the roller rink.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be going around talking to them.
Roller
Actually,
skating
maybe I
was
would.
hard.
Yeah.
Wolf, of course, was very into it. It was hard to get him off the wood. Okay.
Yeah.
There were like multiple times where everyone was like, where is he? Like we were stopping for drinks. I was like, he's out there. Like, he's not stopping. And he's not good, but did not stop. Fell multiple times.
Oh, wow. Does he have a concussion today?
No, but he did ask me if falling on your butt could give you a concussion. And I was like, come on. Come on. Like, you shouldn't feel
I don't need to go
safe
to the
with me.
roller rink.
No, but if you like
Is it the one at Atlantic?
No. It was literally near Cobra Club right there. Overall, though,
It's new, right?
it's new and it was pretty fun. Like they kind of have like a vintage vibe in there. It doesn't feel like they tried to be modern. They have like a cute little like icy snack and candy bar. The food was pretty decent. Drinks were shit. If you're trying to actually like get a little drunk there or like have a little party, don't. Don't. That's my cue to anyone who wants to have their birthday party there.
Okay.
If you're someone who likes to drink, pregame.
Okay. I'm an alcoholic, so I can't even.
You're not coming to that part. But you would have a great time at the icy bar.
I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a non-drinker.
You're a non-drinker.
Okay. Anyways, yeah.
And yeah, the whole vibe was good. It was just like a little pricey. And
I would have hated that.
if you're not good at roller skating, which was kind of my situation. And then I was like wearing kind of a cute outfit. I had just like a couple guys coming over when I was alone because Wolf wasn't skating with me because he was like on his own journey out there, like trying to like teach me how to skate, which was like,
oh, I would have loved that.
Yeah, you should have been there. There was like, I was getting guys come over like, want me to like pull you a little bit? I was like, I wish my boyfriend
would have let all
pull
of them,
me.
like each limb, like
And
everyone.
then Wolf
just,
was like trying to get in the dance circle, and I was like, Wolf, like
the dance circle.
He wasn't trying, but
He
was like,
loves a good dance.
he loves to dance. He's a showman. At his core, he's a performer like us.
Yeah.
He's just really different than us, so it's hard to think of him as a performer, but he is.
Yeah.
He wants to be in the dance circle. He wanted to be good at roller skating. It was a whole thing.
Wow.
If they could slash the prices in half, I would go again.
I think I want to go on a date with George.
Okay. I did learn last night he started seeing someone at work.
Never mind. Okay. I'll just stick to my guys on Tinder.
But it could fail. I mean, he works with her. That's pretty risky.
I'll stick to my homies on Tinder.
But we'll find new homies.
No.
We'll end on this. What's your biggest goal for the new year?
My goal is focused on high heels and punchlines.
Okay.
Because those were the goals that I had. I've achieved a lot of my goals for last year's moon manifestations.
That's amazing.
And so this year, and one of them was a high heels and punchlines goal that I don't think we met, but only because it was very big. It was like get like a giant following on Instagram, which I think we're on track to do. But
we had big guests.
Yeah, and we've had big guests. Like I think,
we've made changes. Like we were learning and we're making changes.
Yeah, and so next year I really want to, like one of my goals is like I really want us to do a little mini tour, which we're gonna do in the spring. Yeah. You know, like I want to do stuff like that.
Okay.
And like get high heels and punchlines like into monetization zone.
Okay.
We haven't even hit a year, so it's like it's crazy. So much has happened.
That is crazy.
We started this in February.
That's nuts.
Yeah, so like we've done a lot.
Yeah, we're being like really hard on ourselves.
I know.
When, like,
I know.
It's just so much work that it feels like 20 years.
No,
maybe,
I know. And so it's like I look at my goals from last year and I'm like, Nora, come on, those were crazy.
Hasn't even been a year.
Yeah.
Like think of any other separate goal. A year in, you'd be like, this is just the start.
Yeah. This is the start.
It's just hard because we're surrounded by other people doing all the same things as us.
We have to shut them all out.
Comparison, thief of joy.
What's your biggest goal?
I really don't know. I'm going to be like so real. Every year, I'm normally so good about setting goals. I'm like, I really reflect on like what I saw for myself last year, how I did, and what I can change. These last 2 years have sucked. Like I have not been having like fun at all. And my only goal for next year is to make more money and have more fun.
Okay.
And I know that that'll be connected to High Heels and Punchlines. That'll be connected to comedy. That'll be connected to career. But I set all these big goals, and then oh my God, this last year in particular, granted, I live in a beautiful apartment with my amazing boyfriend and our gorgeous dog, and I have a podcast with my best friend, and like I have a new job. But oh my God, this last year was criminal to me. Like literally was the worst year of my life. I've never lost more money. I've never lost more friends. I've never lost more jobs. I had the worst year. So like as long as next year I don't get yelled at by a roommate, lose multiple of my close friends, run out of money and get fired from a job and have a mold infestation, like I'll call it a great year.
Okay.
Low bar for next year.
Okay. I'll try to help.
Terrible way to end the pod.
No. I think it's very honest.
I didn't think about how you were going to ask me my goal after I asked yours. I was like, oh, this will be fun. Nora will share her goal.
No.
And the episode.
You're just kind of, it's my, we all have goals. So it's all good.
Spam call. As if the year wasn't bad.
All right.
enough.
Well, thank you so much for listening, you guys. This was another episode of Chirp. High Heels and Punchlines Chirp. Thank you so much to Becky Hermenze, who's in London right now. Ta-ta.
Me on the train that day. Lexington.
I
was in a weird mood that day.
Becky is our video editor and production manager. And then also thank you to Sean Curley for our intro and outro music.
Who I believe is on the news as we speak right now playing the Grinch.
Whoa, we're going to need to see that immediately.
So,
we're going to turn that on.
Intro, outro music, Grinch, like nothing he can't do.
That's amazing. All right. Hope everyone has a great start to their year. I'll do it again. I hope everyone has a great year.
Set your goals higher than mine.
I just stopped the recording by accident before. Bye.